Hey, welcome back everybody to another episode of Realtor Rob's Week in Review. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. I hope you guys are all having a great day. So we're going to start off with Monday. So the first post that I have on Monday is, can I buy a house after Chapter 7 bankruptcy? So the short answer is yes, you definitely can. So the post is going to go over things like the waiting period to buy a house after Chapter 7. Can I buy a house after 1 year? FHA loans after Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Is it hard to buy a house after Chapter bankruptcy? How to improve your chances in buying a house after Chapter 7 FAQ. So just to give you a little snippet, the waiting period, in every situation is different. This is just general guidelines. So the waiting period for approval on an FHA loan is 2 years. The waiting period for a VA loan is also 2 years. The waiting period for a USDA loan is 3 years. And the waiting period for a conventional loan, which is Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, is going to be 4 years. All right. So moving right along, let's see, we've got that one knocked out. The next one, I have a motivational post from a gentleman that I served in the Air Force with, Harry. So the post that I borrowed / stole from him, which he's a great guy. When a flower doesn't bloom, you fix the environment in which it grows, not the flower itself. So I'll read that again. When a flower doesn't bloom, you fix the environment in which it grows, not the flower itself. So keep that in mind. All right, next, I have a snapshot, a 7-day snapshot over the following counties: Collin, Dallas, Denton, Ellis, Grayson, Hood, Hunt, Johnson, Kaufman, Somerville, Tarrant, Parker, Rockwall, and Wise counties. So if you're in one of those counties, check out the 7-day snapshot, or if yours is not listed, just give me a call, send me a message, and I will get that to you. All right. All right, so next post is, what credit score do you need for a mortgage? And again, these are general requirements. Everybody's case is going to be different. So that's why you need to call me so I can put you with one of my great networking partners, one of my mortgage brokers or lenders, and we can go over your particular situation. But this, just to give you another snippet of this one. So the basic credit score that is out there is a 750 and below. So that's 46% of us have a credit FICO score of 750 and below. Those who have a credit score of FICO credit score of 750 to 799 is about 38%. And those that have a FICO score above 800 is only 15%. So you see the vast majority have a credit score of 750 and below. Then we have 750 to 799 is 38%, and then 800 and above is 15%. All right. Next, there's another positive podcast from Just Positive Passages, and it's entitled Massive Action Monday. So check that out. I have another Mindset Monday video post from Paul from Youngblood Law, and he is discussing the need for self-assessment. We all need to do that from time to time just to make sure we're on track with where we think we ought to be or where we want to be. So you just step back and reassess where you're trying to get and where you're at if you're actually still on that pathway. All right, next I have a March Madness mortgage tip from the Mortgage Nerd, and she is discussing how a short-term lending approval period can help you compete with cash offers. So during these times when houses are being bought up as soon as they're listed, you need to make sure that your offer says that you're a serious buyer and that you can compete with cash offers. So she's discussing how a short lender period can help you compete in that arena. All right, so I think we're at Tuesday now. I also have my last week's YouTube video here as well, if you missed that. We have cash out refis. So you can read about that, but just to give you an example, so the amount of equity that Americans had, available as far as tappable equity in their homes, in 2006, right before the crash, it was 4.6 trillion. And to give you an example, this article conducted that study again in 2020, and the same tappable equity in America's homes was 7.3 trillion. So that is the market that we're in. That's crazy. Wednesday, as always, I have my Hump Day virtual home tours, and I started it with leasing because, like I said, I help everyone. If you want to lease, if you want to buy, if you want to sell, if you want to invest, and the people that are renting, it's just for a small time period. As soon as they're able to buy, they always want to buy. But I can help you too. So we start with the lease and rent properties. Then we go into the properties above 300,000, properties between 200,000 and 300,000, and then the properties below 200,000. All right. So now we have 2021 real estate myth busters. And I wrote down a couple of that. So I have 5 listed here. Now these are all myths. Myth number 1, it's better to get pre-approved after you find the perfect home to buy. That's a big X. No, you want to be pre-approved before you look. Because by the time you get approved, the house may not, probably won't be available. Myth number 2, always start with the lowest offer when buying a home. Again, that's a big old X because you may only get one shot. So come with your best offer, your best foot forward, because you may not get another chance. Myth number 3, it's better to price your home on the high side when you're selling. No, that again is another X because you could drive people away from your house. You can, take your house right out of certain markets. Get with a knowledgeable realtor like the one you're watching right now to price your house appropriately according to the market. And just in the market that we're in, you're going to get multiple offers. And what does multiple offers mean? A bidding war. Everybody's trying to, put their best foot forward, and it's automatically going to drive the price up. So don't do it and scare potential buyers away from your house. Let the market do its thing. All right, where are we at? Myth number 4, renovating your house will definitely net you more money when you sell. Again, another big old X. I have an article a couple weeks ago, maybe 3, but if you can't find it, let me know. I'll send it to you, individually, directly to you. But not everything that you do in renovations is going to equate to a higher price point. You're making renovations according to your personal likes and tastes, but you're trying to sell the house. So don't personalize your house too much because the buyers want to be able to visualize themselves in the home. They want to be able to make their own renovations and upgrades. So don't do it for them. Don't go paint those walls pink and, neon, which is nothing wrong with that, but that might not be what the buyer is looking for. So contact me if you want to know which ones have, the greatest value or keep the value, or which ones you should just hold off for when you get your next home. And the last one, it's safe to skip the home inspection if the house looks good. My personal recommendation is you never skip the home inspection. It may be, something that you might want to do to set yourself apart, but that's too iffy. That's too rich for my blood. That's too high above my pay grade, and I would not advise you as your realtor to do that. So those are the 5 myths that I have listed there. All right. So next, another one of my networking mortgage brokers is Bob Mortgage, and he has about 7 slides here or tips for VA loans. So if you are qualified for VA, if you're a veteran, check out these. There's some great information. And speaking of Bob Mortgage, so I have another YouTube video. It is titled Another Single off the R&B hit album, Realtor Rob and Bob Mortgage. And it is going over how a credit pull impacts your credit score. Does it affect it? Does it not? How long do you have to, check your credit? It goes over all of that. So check out that video. And then I ended off the week with buyers take big risks to win in the DFW housing market. This was a video that I got off of CBS DFW, Channel 11, to just tell you, further illustrate the type of housing market that we're in. How every open house now is like a parade. So just be prepared for that, and don't let it startle you when you pull up and you're the 10th car in line to see one house. Finally, I went to a real estate mastermind earlier this week. So look out for those. I'm gonna have at least 2 videos, with great information to share with you guys. Because again, I want you guys to know what I know. I want you to be educated buyers. That helps you, that helps me, that helps us all. All right. So that is it for this week's edition of Realtor Rob Week in Review. And I hope to see you next week. Please tune in. And until then, take care of yourself and those around you. All right.